Bada bing, bada boom. You know what it is. UFC 282 pay-per-view going down in Vegas. It's gonna be a good one. We got Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. A little bit of a shuffle late, but we're getting a title fight, so that's all that matters. Let's break it down. There's only 4 fights in the main card as of now. We don't know who's gonna take the slot, but let's do it. First fight of the night: Bryce Mitchell, Ilia Topuria, breaking open the main card. Bryce Mitchell 15-0, Ilia 12-0. This is going to be a crazy fight. I don't have a pick. I do not have a pick. What do you got, Dano?
Really? I got a pick. And I'm surprised by why I think this. But I also have heard it from people, I'm not going to lie, that I think Topuria, whatever you want to call him, I think he's going to run through Bryce Mitchell. I think we always talk about styles make fights. And I think Topuria's got a pretty nasty style for a lot of people, and Bryce Mitchell could be one of them. Bryce Mitchell's striking has improved, but we did see Topuria just go up a weight class on short notice and knock Jai Herbert out cold in his hometown, in Jai Herbert's hometown, right? So there's a lot of pressure going in that fight. Topuria is a bad dude with bad intentions. He's got a lot riding on him for this card. He's got that Paddy beef. And what's good about that is I could see him having this mindset, because I know him and Bryce Mitchell is going to be a hype fight just from Bryce Mitchell's name. He's kind of a big thing over here in the U.S. at least. So he's going to do what he can with this fight, and I think he's gonna have his way with Bryce Mitchell as much as I hate to say it. But he's going to do his thing. 21, do your thing. And then he's going to call out Paddy Pimblett in a hype post-fight speech. So I can't really break it down for you right now because Bryce Mitchell's such a good wrestling, and I could tell you that Topuria is good off his back, and Topuria walks forward hoping he shoots for knees and elbows and all that stuff. I don't know what's going to happen because this is going to be a crazy fight, but I'm just saying Topuria all the way.
You see, what do you got?
See, this is one where my heart's going Mitchell and my head's going Topuria.
Tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
But I'm going to take Mitchell here because I think that the striking numbers, they're very similar. And Bryce Mitchell does have good striking defense. I think if he can get Topuria focus on stopping the takedowns, he might be able to hit him with something like we saw him hit Edson Barbosa with. But he's really going to have to push a pace this fight. And I think it all revolves around him getting it to the ground. I think if he can get takedowns, which we've seen Topuria stuff everyone in his UFC career to this point, but Bryce Mitchell is definitely the best grappler he's fought. And I mean, I know Topuria is supposed to do it, but I think he needs to get it done early. And if he's stuck in this cage for Bryce Mitchell too long, he's going to end up on bottom and in some unfavorable positions. So I'm going to take the dog, Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty, in this spot.
Let's go. We're moving into the next boot. This is a middleweight scrap between the kid, Darren Till. He's coming back, baby. 18-4-1 against Dricus to Plessis, 17-2. An absolute murderer. I'm going Dricus just because I can't trust Till. I feel like this is going to be a common story throughout the week when you're listening to these kind of things that we're talking about. My bad. But yeah, man, I feel like, Till just kind of spiraled for the worst. And I don't trust that he's back on the cardio train and back in shape the way that he should be. Yeah, I know that he's been out for a while, but you just keep hearing about him dropping out of fights and things are going on. And then he's on his Instagram story yelling at the police. And he's funny as shit. I love him to death. I hope he wins. But I think Dricus is just on another level. I think he's just another level of committed. I mean, I feel like this guy really takes fighting seriously. He doesn't have all these other side checks from Block Asset and the Smash Bros to rely on. I mean, This guy's here to fight for his money. I think that's a little past there until now. So I'm taking Dricus, probably by knockout, but he could scrape a decision with some takedowns for sure. What do you got, Goose?
Pains me to say, but I'm taking Dricus as well. I think that his biggest weakness is going to be the boxing in this spot, but I don't think that Till is going to have the power, the hands at 185 to keep him off him all night. And Dricus is going to be there for 15 full minutes. He pushes a crazy pace. He hits hard, and he likes the leg kicks and grappling. That's two things that Till has struggled with. He's got those bad knees. And if he has ring rust in this one, it could end up going pretty bad because Dricus is a bad dude and he's not someone you want to play around with. Like we've seen, we could see Till take some big shots and just struggle. He's been getting into outside of the octagon troubles. He got in something in Sweden with the police a few months back. He's got the crypto company is very focused on. He's traveling around. It just seems like his priorities are elsewhere right now. And I know for a fact that Dricus is pushing 100% towards a belt with everything he's got. So I'm going to take Du Plessis.
Let's go. What do you got, Dano?
Pretty much same thing as you guys. I'm gonna be riding with Dricus this one, as much as it pains me to say that. But Darren Till, I feel like he's kind of a prime example of when the UFC rushes a prospect too long. Because I think way back when he got that title shot, he was super young. It might have even been like someone fell out and he stepped in against Woodley back when the bum Woodley was a stud. But he was just a young guy all the way up at the top already, lost, and then really just hasn't had his footing since. Like you guys are saying, he's been spiraling. Some stuff out of the MMA has been holding him back, and I just sad to see because in his heyday when he was knocking people out, he was super lit to watch. And then we've seen him, we've seen Fat Boy Till. He's been a meme on the social medias, and I've seen some pictures that he's getting down skinnier, getting ready for this fight, but it looks like he's just getting skinnier. That's pretty much all it is. Whereas Dricus is a jacked muscle hamster of a guy, and he is coming to kill. Dricus is a bad dude. And it's scary to go up against that one. You just can't put trust in Till. So as much as I hate to say it, riding with Dricus. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we're all wrong because I am a Till fan, but that's what it is for right now.
It is what it is. We're moving into the co-main event. We have got Paddy the Baddy. 155, Mr. Pimblett stepping onto the scene against Jared Flash Gordon. This one's gonna be interesting, all right. This is Paddy's first true test right here. I'll say it. Even though people are gonna start to say this like every fight for the next 3 for Paddy, I'm guessing. Dude, Jared Gordon is legit, bro. This guy brings, no offense to anybody, this guy brings real life crackhead energy into the octagon. This guy, seriously, you gotta put him away. Like, this guy will zombie mode your shit. He'll pace your shit. He'll wrestle you, and he'll freaking stand in the pocket and throw boxing combos at you. He's hard to put away. This one will be impressive if Paddy can do it. I do think he can do it. I've been on Jared Gordon, honestly, since the fight was announced. But ever since I went back and started watching a little bit more tape this past week, I really do think Paddy Pimblett finds a way to take his back in this fight. And if not, I feel like just his crazy athleticism and power, I mean, I could see Paddy landing a big shot. And I think that's really what's gonna happen, bro. I can't go against the Paddy train just quite yet. I think that Paddy's lining this one up. So give me Paddy by submission, round 2. What do you got, Dano?
Yeah, I'm riding with Paddy too. I think the hype train does not stop yet. And Paddy's got a lot going for him. I mean, around here, we love Paddy, and I can't. No? Okay. Can't talk about what we got for Paddy. It's coming out this week. Pay-per-view week. Paddy's in the co-main event. Hype train doesn't stop here.
I can't let any secrets out, but there's another 55er on the card. Goosey,
Yeah, they're on my shit right now, but Paddy all the way.
I'm gonna take Paddy here. I think stylistically they're matching up pretty decent. On paper, it should be a close fight. Gordon might be the more imposing force just because he's constantly going to be going for those takedowns, dirty boxing. But Paddy is definitely the more dangerous dude walking in that octagon. And I think he gets it done, especially when you look at it, it is the co-main of a pay-per-view. I feel like Jared Gordon's head is going to be spinning a little bit this week, and Paddy does rise to the occasion. He feeds off of that atmosphere, and I think you're going to see that on Saturday night. I think Paddy goes out and has a pretty big moment in the career of the Baddy.
Do want to throw in there that it always sounds great to hit a Paddy KO line, but his grappling prowess is so elite that when he gets guys hurt or he drops guys, it's just a wrap. So that sub line is infinitely valuable when you're talking about a Paddy Pimblett fight, because right when you think you're going to have a knockout ticket, he's going to wrap him up. We're moving into the main event. John Blachowicz, 2099, coming out against Magomed Ankalaev, 18-1. The late replacements at 205. This one's interesting. Ankalaev, I think, probably wins a boring decision. I hate to say that, but I really think it's true. He's just got a very dominant and intimidating presence in the octagon. It's hard to go at him. It's definitely not Jan's fortois to put on his wrestling shoes. So I do think that they're going to strike. And if they do grapple at all, it'll be because Ankalaev initiates, probably because he has a little bit of trouble on the feet for a little bit. I just think the Ankalaev is going to have the more safer options in this fight. I mean, he's probably going to stand with Jan the whole time. He might drop a round or two, but at the end of the day, he's going to have the gas tank for 5. He's going to be throwing teeps up the middle. He's going to have the option to push him against the fence and just grind minutes. He might get a takedown himself. I'm not really worried about Jan on the floor defensively, offensively, wrestling department, grappling. So I just think that Ankalaev is just going to kind of smooth sail a boring decision in this fight. So that's where I'm at. Ankalaev decision. What do you got, Dano?
Yeah, unless we see the Polish power, I think it's going to be an Ankalaev boring ass fight, because that's what he does. But it's not because necessarily he's boring. He's just so good at keeping distance. He's so good at keeping the guy away from him and picking his strikes, when to strike here, when to strike there. And like you said, perfect thing that you were saying about Jan on the ground. I don't think he's going to be a threat on the ground. He is more so of a pure boxer. So that really opens up Ankalaev's routes to victory, especially over 5 rounds. These guys were preparing for 3. If Ankalaev gets tired per se or gets rocked, boom, takedown. We're on top of Jan, who is not a ground guy himself. So that could steal minutes, that could steal rounds. I think Ankalaev's got a lot more paths to victory in this one. And Jan's just getting up there in age, 39. I know the light heavyweight is no stranger to old champions, but I think a young 30-year-old Ankalaev on the rise, 18-1, going for the belt. I think this is his time.
Don't be fooled. We really want Polish power. Goosey, what do you got?
Don't be fooled, but I'm going to pick Ankalaev as well. It just seems like one that you could overthink into picking Jan, but this fight was set up for Ankalaev to get a title shot off of. Now he's just in the main event, and he's got more paths to victory. I think Jan's going to have to knock him out, and that chin's pretty tough. It's going to be hard for Jan to hit him on the button. 39 years old in Blachowicz versus a 30-year-old primed Ankalaev, 18-1, absolute stud. That's going to be the pick here. Ankalaev.
Quick, easy, simple, superb. We wrapped it up. We did the thing. Those are the picks. Main card, UFC 282. Don't overcomplicate things, fellas. We are out.